everyone, and welcome to High Notes. My name's Anna.
And my name is Evie. We hope you're all sat nice and comfortably with a lovely warm drink, ready to enjoy the amazing performers that we have for you tonight.
Now, High Notes is a weekly concert here on Zoom, and it occurs every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
But do not fear. If you cannot make it one week, we make sure that our High Notes performances go onto the Wycombe High TV YouTube channel every week. So you can go and watch all of the different High Notes that we have done so far.
Now, we like to start each of our High Notes concerts off with a positive from the week. And my positive is that I bought a new music book at the weekend, and it's a book all about Beethoven, and I'm currently reading it, and it's absolutely lovely.
And my positive is that I cooked a roast at the weekend, which was very yummy. And I did enjoy eating lots of potatoes, and we did have leftovers, which makes the weekdays a lot better. Our first performer for you tonight is Rosanna in Year 9, and she is going to be playing the clarinet and will be performing Sicilian. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Rosanna and I'm from Year 9 and I'm going to be playing the Sicilian.
Wow, Rosanna, that was absolutely incredible. We have so many positive comments coming through right now. Mr. Bell has said, what a lovely piece, and by a female composer, which is very apt considering that it was International Women's Day last week. We love it. We love all the strong, independent women here at Wycombe High School. He said, great control and tone, especially as it's fairly slow. Well done, Rosanna. The Brains have also said, well done, Rosanna. And Mr. Davey has said, lovely contrast of dynamics here and a great lifting feel. Well done.
Yes, extremely well done, Rosanna. That was absolutely beautifully played. Mr. Kidd has said, well done, Rosanna. Excellent control of the piece. The scalic passages were very clear, nice balance and contrast of dynamics too. The Flemings have said, wonderful. And Mrs. Cromie has said, such rich tones. And I love that info from Mr. Bell. So yes, extremely well done, Rosanna. What a delight to start our concert off with. We're now going to introduce the game of the evening, which is called Linky. And Linky is a game that runs throughout the entire concert. And it consists of four questions that have 4 answers. And your job at home is to find the link between the 4 answers. Now I'm going to hand it over to Evie for our first Linky question.
Yes, our first question for you this evening is, on a dartboard, what is the name for the highest scoring section on each number? Have a think, ponder it for a while. You've got until the end of the concert, but remember, no Googling because that is cheating and we do not want cheating here.
No, it is forbidden.
Our second Linky for this evening was actually inspired by Mr. Bell, a little conversation we had in our music lessons, so well done to him. But our second question is, what is common slang for a £10 note?
Next up, we have Toshani, and Toshani will be performing A Holiday in Paris by William Gillock. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Toshani and I'll be playing Holiday in Paris.
Really, really well done, Toshani. That was absolutely beautiful. Wow. Mr. Davey has said, I want to go on holiday to Paris after that lovely musical performance. Super. Yeah, indeed. I'm dying for a holiday. That would be lovely. Gemma said, lovely. And Mr. Bell said, lovely, confident playing. It reminded me a bit of the music to Amelie. Not an easy piece, but you played it so well. Nice left-hand melody too. And that's very true, Isabel. I didn't think of that. But yeah, it was really lovely. I loved the overall melody of it.
Very good for the music teachers, always making sure to get that little bit of wider listening in. Mrs. Cromie has said, so wonderful. I was transported to another place. Your playing evoked warmth, travel and uplifting times ahead. Well done. The Brains have said, lovely piece and performed very well. And Mr. Kidd has said, well done, Toshani. You played very delicately and with great skill. Very atmospheric. Well done.
Yeah, that was really lovely, Toshani. So very well done. Our next linky question for you this evening is, which instrument did Paul McCartney mainly play in the Beatles and Bill Wyman play in the Stones? We're hoping if any of our fellow A-level classmates are watching that they know the Beatles ones, hopefully. But yeah, have a think and write it down.
If we don't know the Beatles one, then I think, well, we are revising to before the next assessments. Our next performer for you this evening is Eleanor, and she is in year 10 and is going to be playing the flute. She will be performing for us Cantilena from the Sonata for Flute by Poulenc. Enjoy. think. Well done. That was incredible. Fun fact for all of you that don't know, I did used to play the flute, which I realised watching that was an entire decade ago, which I now feel incredibly old. And watching that, it's just amazing to hear how unbelievably well some people can play the flute. I was not one of them. Mr. Bell has said, impressive lungs, Eleanor. The breath control in the long legato phrases was great. You've really made the flute sing, and I loved that low note, so feathery. Most people play the first movement, so great to hear another one from this sonata, which is very true. We love a good bit of variation on our concerts. It's very lovely to have unique pieces standing out from our crowd. Miss Davy said, a lovely full rich tone, Eleanor, a very mature performance. And Mrs. Cromie has said, mesmerising performance, played confidently and fluidly.
Gemma said, so much control over the high notes, amazing. And the Brain said, beautiful piece and very lovely, well done. Mr. Kidd said, well done, Eleanor. It's always a delight to listen to you perform. Great control and clarity, particularly with the lower register. Effective use of the vibrato too. Well done. And the flamingos, and I love this, they've just put wow. So that, I think that just sums up my opinion from that. It was just absolutely beautiful, Anna. And yeah, again, I love to always hear you perform.
Yes, I also really enjoyed Gemma's high notes, very apt for our high notes concert. Our fourth linky and final linky for this evening is James Gandolfini starred in which HBO show about a mob boss he likes a bit of therapy. There wasn't an S at the end of that, but you know, we got there eventually. Have a think. We will send them all out into the chat so that you have them ready for if you've forgotten them, because I know I would have done by now. And we will ask you in a little bit to send your answers to us. But remember, you can send them just to panelists so that you do not give the answers away.
Yeah, again, no cheating. Next up, we have Grace. And I know this for a fact because I've double checked it and I've triple checked it. And I really hope that she is playing the violin tonight, because if not, I can't go into school tomorrow. But Grace will be performing Chanson Triste by Tchaikovsky. I'm so excited, Grace, take it away.
Yes, I'm Grace, and I'm going to be playing Chanson Triste by Tchaikovsky. Thank you.
Really well done, Grace. It impresses me that at such a young age, Grace is in year 7, everyone. Grace can play at such a brilliant style, and it was just such a brilliant performance, Grace. So thank you very much for playing for us this evening. Someone said, amazing, Grace. Your playing was dreamy and very beautiful. Gemma said, well, Grace, amazing and beautiful tone.
Mrs. Cromie has said, Grace, bravo, a big piece that you played so well. Loved it and look forward to hearing much more of you in the future. It is amazing, isn't it, when you hear such young children playing such amazing pieces, to sort of think, wow, if they can play this already, then who knows what they're going to be able to play. Mr. Davey has said, a very warm and heartfelt performance for someone so young, Grace. And Mr. Bell has said, well done, Grace. Lots of tricky bowing and changes of position here. And I'm on it, I think. You made it sound so easy. Even I thought it was. Even though it was not at all. Honestly, my reading is getting worse and worse as these weeks go on.
Mr. Davey said, amazing, Grace. And Katie said, very impressive high section. It was very well in tune. And Mr. Kidd has said, double wow. Well done, Grace. A tricky piece to control, and I thought you did it brilliantly. See you in the string ensemble. Yes, the string ensemble. And if you're like me and you can play one note on the violin, you could join the beginner strings ensemble that I know Mr. Bell has set up and has started running. Very much looking forward to maybe joining that. I'm going to now hand you over to Evie, who's going to repeat all the linky questions so far.
Yes, all 4 of our linky questions for today are: number 1, on a dartboard, what is the name for the highest scoring section on each number? Number 2, what is common slang for a £10 note? I nearly said it then. 3, which instrument did Paul McCartney mainly play in the Beatles and Bill Wayman play in the Stones? And number 4, James Gandolfini starred in which HBO show about a mobster boss who likes a bit of therapy? And I have just realised we did completely forget to send these in the chat because we were so mesmerised by Grace's playing that we did forget. So I'll try and do that for you, and you can send us your thoughts, what you think it might be, whilst we listen to Gemma, who is in year 12 and is going to be playing the flute, and she'll be performing Concertino by Chaminade. Oh, I got it right earlier.
Hi, I'm Gemma, and yeah, like Evie said, I'm going to be playing a concerto by Chaminade, a section of it.
Thank you.
Wow. That was like, I really don't think there's words. I was literally just watching that and I did not know fingers could move quite so fast. We've had so many comments come in. The Flamingos have said, wow, very good performance of a technically challenging piece. Must have taken lots of practice. Mr. Davey has said, bravo, from very slow moving phrases through to technical runs played very fluently. A really professional performance, which is so true. I mean, yeah, like that was just incredible. Mr. Bell has said, another piece by a female composer, which is brilliant, isn't it? You know, International Women's Day. Strong independent women. Excellent. This is a crazily challenging piece. Diploma level, I think. I mean, it sounds it. If it wasn't, that's a really quite hard grade piece. But you handled it superbly well. Superbly well done. Maybe a performance with Wycombe High Orchestra for senior concert next year. Maybe that would be a good one.
Yeah, that's certainly one of my most favourite pieces to be played on the flute. And you did it superbly, Gemma. Katie said, Gemma, you make all those fast notes look so easy. It sounds amazing. Brains has said, wow, such amazing talent. Sophia said, so beautiful and lyrical. Well done, Gemma. Mrs. Cromie said, magnificent. What control, poise and talent. And Toshani said, I loved it.
Yes, the Brains has said, round of applause needed. And Mr. Kidd has said, it is an absolute delight to watch you move from strength to strength, Gemma. From year 9 to sixth form, for those of you that know Mr. Kidd joined when Gemma was in year 9. What a fantastic performance, full of skill. I think Mr. Davies' eyebrows nearly shot off during those Gaelic passages. A very clear and rich sound. Well done.
Yes, but he was pretty stunned. Eleanor said, such an even tone and great expression, well done. And the brainter said, high praise, as would take a lot to get Mr. Davies' eyebrows off. And Mr. Davies, you can't see, but he was just doing a demonstration of what it would look like if he didn't have eyebrows, and struggling not to laugh. But lots of you have got our link. However, there has been a bit of confusion in the link. The link is, I'll explain it first. The link is they were all singing voices. However, the first three were clefs, as many of you guessed. We had the treble, tenor, bass, but then the last one was sopranos, and I'm pretty sure there's not a soprano clef. Mr. Bell's now looking at me like maybe, but yeah, the aim was for them to be singing voices, but we understand clefs also work.
Yes, there are many people who did manage to get it. I'm trying to find them all because they are all lost in the
Stream of praise.
Yeah, the stream of praise, that's it. Katie managed to get voice parts. Mrs. Cromie, the brains, we were very proud of Mrs. Cromie because she initially said clefs, and we were like, oh, she's so close, and then we saw it come through that she'd said singing voices, and we were very proud.
Yes, very well done to everyone at home. Unfortunately, that concludes our evening of entertainment, but it's been an excellent one, may I say. So thank you to all our performers for performing. It's been a real treat for everyone here and for everyone at home. And a big thank you to Mr. Massey for again organising the technological side, and to Mr. Kidd as well. Thank you very much for organising all the performers and organising all these concerts. For where would we be without them, eh?
I don't know. I mean, I'd probably be asleep right now, so it's definitely much more productive use of my time. And remember, I'm not going to say it every week, I sit here and I say, remember, if you didn't manage to make this week's performance, and obviously you are all already here, so I'm not doing that this week. But if you want to watch this week's performance again, then remember that it's all going to go onto YouTube. And you can watch this week's, you can watch last week's. You could make a day of it. You could go from start to finish.
Oh, binge watch them all.
Yeah. But remember, you can do that. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.